Okay, I hope you can hear me. God damn it. I ain't even get it checked real quick. Hold on. All right. As you can see, we in a not so regular, not so regular, not so typical background. Today we're doing a video outside. And we're doing it like, where there's people around just because my last video was about being perceived. So I might as well do my next one in an awkward, area just to show y'all like it don't fucking matter. But so boom, hold on, cause y'all need to see the whole drip. I feel like I'm a drippy ass nigga today. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little schmidt. Okay, cause why the fuck it goes so low? Bow. Y'all can see me now. I hope it's not too windy. Yeah. But today's topic is gonna be something a little more sensitive today. Today we're gonna be talking about what's the saying? It's not your fault that things happen to you, but it is your job or it is your responsibility to heal from them. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that you have to accept when it comes to healing, because at the end of the day, you can't have that victim mindset of like, oh, this happened to me. But all of your traumas, your triggers, everything, you could be like, this happened to me. These people was grinding all of this shit towards me. And 100%, that was not, you were not deserving of those traumas. And even if it's generational trauma, you were still not deserving of being treated like that. If you haven't heard that before, all your feelings are valid, and know that your feelings are valid. However, we do at some point have to reel it in. I know a lot. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I look long as shit, not gonna lie. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep moving the camera. Keep up with me. But it's okay. I'm just gonna look long today. But yeah, like if you've never heard your feelings be validated about the shit that you've gone through, I'm truly sorry, and I'm here to validate you right now, because you do not deserve that. None of the things that were done to you or you were deserving of, and I'm sorry that they did happen to you. But we in a journey of healing. We're not trying to be restricted because of that. Because at the end of the day, why would we allow the people who have traumatized us or the things that have traumatized us to continue to hold us back? I'm sorry, my voice. I'm like a smoker, y'all. I had me a time this weekend, and my voice is just recovering. So yeah, just bear with me. But I think when it comes to like really accepting it, you truly have to feel your emotions. So all of that you're running from, all of that shit that you may or may not feel, you have to sit with yourself and be still. You genuinely have to write it out. What really traumatized you within that situation? What really hurt you within that situation? How did it affect you? And then that's when, once you can pinpoint your problem, you're already halfway there to your solution. Because at the end of the day, we still getting triggered by shit and little things like that. Certain times people get triggered, they don't even realize that shit seeps into relationships, that shit seeps into bonds, friendships. It don't have to be just romantic, that shit can be platonic too. But at the end of the day, it's our job to make sure that we're not becoming the people that we resented, or becoming the situations that we resented or were hurt from or got angry by, because we are a whole different person. But again, our environment does affect us, and the sooner I feel like we can accept that, is the sooner that you'll see growth in your healing journey. Because your healing journey, honestly, that should start as soon as you hurt. For real. We being technical, it's just we don't notice it yet. Like we don't notice the things that's like, oh shit, like it's gonna affect us years from now. We're not thinking about that yet when we traumatize little old jits. Like that's not our focus. Our focus right now is ain't nobody validating our feelings. What the fuck is going on? Why everything keep happening to me? Why is it woe is me? Like that shit is not easy. But the moment we start taking our power back and really start considering what we can do for ourselves to make us not our trauma, that's where we can like, I'm probably saying the same shit in different fonts, but hey, whatever resonates, it resonates. If not, that's okay. And I'm also working with slowing down my talking, because I noticed that when I get to talking, I get real hyped up. Like I start geeking about it and I start flustering myself. So I am working about reeling it the fuck in and just mm, little breather, and then I'm chilling. But damn, my ADHD is going hard, y'all. That's the only thing about doing things in like public locations, is that like I get distracted very easily, and like I don't be knowing what I'm saying in the moment in time. But that's okay though, cause we gotta work somewhere with it. So baby steps for sure. And yeah, but I really feel like it just comes down to. Thank you, I appreciate that. So sweet. People are so sweet. Yeah. But damn. Yeah, we just gotta take responsibility. Like we don't have to take responsibility for the shit that happened to us. Like I keep saying, but once you, I don't know. Let me just start. For example, it's like I don't. Only reason I don't really like telling too much of my trauma because like I know it feels good to relate to somebody, but we're not up here to trauma bond. Like I'm up here to help niggas through the trauma because I ain't had nobody telling me how to get through the trauma. So when it comes down to me giving like the tips and shit like that, like yes, I have been traumatized. Yes, there is a trauma that I come from, and all my little hot headed points to myself. But that is my shadow. But you have to do the shadow work in order to love that version of yourself to ascend to the next version of yourself. Because if you don't accept who you were, it's going to be hard trying to become who you want to be. Because oh, that was good. Sorry, y'all. The messages be flowing, man. The receptors be receptive when the time right, divine timing. But just know your strength. Like you have gone through it all. If you have a belief system, heavy on it. You need to hone in on having faith. I'm not gonna lie, faith is the key. And in my most loneliest times, the first thing I directed my help towards was the universe, was God, because who else is there for me? Who else gonna understand the depth feeling of my emotions? Not a goddamn soul. Because as many times as I can spell it out for somebody, all it's gonna make them do is feel bad for me. I didn't want somebody to feel bad for me. I wanted somebody to give me a solution to why the hell I'm feeling like this. That's the reality of it. Like, what the fuck is you gonna do for me if you just sorry, I'm sorry, or like you just sorry and sad, and I'm sad too. Now what? Now we both sad and sorry. So well, let's not do that. But some baby steps to healing from like really big traumas. Like I said, first step, accepting your trauma, actually stating that you were hurt, stating that somebody hurt you. Step number two, if it has to do with people, my loves, you gotta work on stop being a people pleaser. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta have them uncomfortable conversations. We're gonna make another video on that, so I'm not gonna press too much on opening up to where you can express yourself to the people who hurt you. However, yeah, we just gonna dabble on that because that's a whole another ball game, and I don't even want to lock in too much on that because we trying to stay focused. But after that, honestly, it's actively trying to showcase in your day to day life when you're trying to heal. Like, say for example, I used to have really bad anger problems, and when I would have relationships, my triggers would be like this. Like, I would snap so fast. Like, I'd even have road rage down to that type of shit. Now, little things now, it's like I have to be more mindful because when you're mindful about your actions, you can take note of what you're doing. And when you're more mindful about yourself, you stop caring about everybody else anyway. So it's really just being more mindful in how those things are affecting you and in what ways. Like you don't, like I said, you just don't want things that affected you to have a long-term lifelong effect on you, when in reality like you're just hurt and you haven't dealt with the hurt. When you deal with the hurt, you that weight gets lifted off your shoulders. And something that I realized I really love doing because it really is healing is crying. And not many people like to do it. People hate crying. They make it to where it's supposed to be a weak thing. I don't know the scientific things behind it, but I do know for sure. One thing's for sure, two things for certain, baby girl. You release endorphins, I think. You release just something in your brain that relaxes you anytime after you cry. And that's something that you ever had a good ass sleep right after you cry? Yes. You know that shit was tea. You know you feel better after you cry. So at the end of the day, reel it in. Don't reel it in, actually. Let it out. Letting it out, expressing your emotions. That's exactly what we need more in the world. Because I've seen niggas not want to cry. I've seen females try not to cry, even not crying in front of your kids. That affects people too. That affects your kids as well. Like you're teaching them how to that handling or feeling your emotions is not healthy. That's not real. That's not true. Everybody got emotions. The reason that they so bottled up is because niggas don't know how to release. Niggas didn't get taught how to release that shit, or how they're supposed to respectfully, not even respectfully, but responsibly go about their hurt. Because, like I said, I was a retired crash out. That shit was not easy getting to the point of let me take my breathers, let me center myself before I really pop off. Because why do people have so much control over my emotions? Or like, why is somebody that's hurting me getting such a kick out of me? I didn't fuck with that. It was just I was knocking heads left and right because, oh, you hurt me, what, I'm gonna hurt you worse? Hurt people. So don't be that hurt person that hurts people genuinely. Because no matter how many times we wanna, oh, we good, we straight, we healed, we da 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 da. Nah, nigga, we is not if we still getting mad at things. We're not healed if we're still having that avoided attachment style, even a abusive, abusive attachment style, anxious attachment style. These are all reasons as to how it's showing us in our 3D that we are not. Um, my phone about to die, y'all, so I'm gonna speed up this little jump. But yeah, like these are all things in our 3D showing us that we are not fully healed or not as healed as we think we are. And so once you really start being true with yourself, I'm telling you, like you'll release so much more hurt because niggas be hurt in this day and age. There's a lot of shit to be hurt about, whether if you are empath to the external, excuse me, 9 times out of 10, you such an empath because you've been through so many things and you've been put in so many positions that you know how other people feel. So you can put yourself physically in their shoes and feel that emotion for them. But sometimes you could take on that emotion because you don't even know how to not project your own. So you feeling more intensely about their situation because you ain't get a chance to heal yours. So here you are trying to heal somebody else. What's really tea? It's so easy for us to give that advice and that open hand to everybody, but as soon as it comes to ourselves, we can't look ourselves in the mirror and say we hurting. We can't look ourselves in the mirror and say we need healing. That's what we need to work on. So at the end of the day, I will reiterate, it is not your fault that it happened to you, but it is your responsibility to heal from it. You're not don't allow what hurts you to limit you from your highest potential at the end of the day. Because all you can do is continue to give grace to that past version of you or those past situations and keep it pushing. And hope and hopes that there is going to be better. Because once you have faith in that, that's all you really can do is have faith in the unknown. I mean, that's way better than having what the scare that or the fear that shit might happen again. Okay, and so it might. But once you hear from those things, regardless if something still happens again, you're no longer gonna be that mindset or that same person to where you're not gonna react the same. So same situations are gonna keep arising until you pass that test. Same situations are gonna keep coming up until you learn that lesson. So you wondering why you keep coming into contact with a whole bunch of toxic people or a whole bunch of people that remind you of your parents, your peoples, your unkies and your aunties. If you just keep coming in contact with people like that, people are a reflection of who we are at that moment, or we can gain something from the people that we come in contact with. So if you come in contact, I love you, babies, but if these niggas and these bitches is mad toxic, mama and papa, you need to look in the mirror because it got a lot to do with yourself, a lot more than you think than just the external. I'm trying to tell you, all of this shit is connected at the end of the day, and we align with different people to show us and teach us different things. My last person I was with, toxic as fuck, but I also that wasn't my only toxic person in my life. It was toxic. This person was just the worst because they did have to teach me. They taught me how to love myself, and I show that grace towards it because yes, although I did have a lot of toxic relationships, I gained something out of every single relationship that I was in, and I never thought I would be able to look back and be like, damn, I really, kudos to that person. All love, peace, love, and light, and generally feel that. Because you could say, like, oh, yeah, kudos to them, and still be like, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck. Nah, like, once you genuinely heal from it and see the bright in every single thing that you go through, it makes it a lot more easy to give it grace and, see the lesson inside of it. So, I'm gonna just sum it up right there because shit out the door. And I feel like I'm gonna just keep repeating the same shit because yeah, it's just you need to drill that in your motherfucking head. Like, mama is papa. I'm sorry for my niggas. I'm so sorry. I do it for the women. I'm sorry. But real life, like, stop making things your fault. It doesn't have to be your fault. You don't have to be affected by these things no more. But you do need to feel them. Because if you're not feeling them, baby, they're gonna keep coming up. Your trauma's still gonna trigger you if you do not handle it. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I'm not gonna lie to you, babes. We're not here to lie to each other. We're here to better each other. And if you around, that's another thing. You around motherfuckers that's not bettering you, kick them rocks to the left and learn how to tell them niggas bounce. Cause how the fuck you around people that give you the same vibes that you used to feel when you was traumatized as a child, mom? Mm-hmm. That's really what you want? Are you just so scared of being alone and you don't really want to deal with your issues that you keep finding people to be around? Now you stuck in their presence because now you're too scared to tell them about themselves too. Again, conversation for another day. I'm gonna stay on task. One more time so that y'all can hear me. It is not your fault that it happened to you, but it is your responsibility to heal from it. I love you. Tune in. Don't ever tune out. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are all that and above. That light that shines in you, let that shit explode. Do not dim your light for anybody. Yeah. If you need any affirmations, let me know. Like I got y'all. Mwah. Peace, love, and light. And yeah, tune in. Don't ever tune out.